Good morning, student, and welcome to session 8 Internet Security. My dear student, we know that we are using the computers, we are using the internet. If we are using the internet, so while um, surfing on the internet, we need some security. So, what that security and how that security we can use, which etiquettes we have to follow, and how we can protect our computer uh, by outside users or anything. So that things we are going to learn in this internet security chapter session. Now see, let us start this session. Internet security is a branch of computer security. Internet security is a branch of computer security. And what this branch is doing? It is the branch which is significantly used or related with the internet and involving a browser security but also network security. It it is related with the network security, it is related with the browser security, huh? For which it is related internet security. It is the branch of computer security and that is significantly related with the browser security and network security. Understand? Now its objective is to establish rules and measures. What it establish? This internet security establish rules and measures. Measures means some points. We have to follow that points. That is called measures. To use against attacks of over the internet. What points we have to measure is for the outside attack on your computer, on your web browser. That outside attacks you have to restrict or stop by using your rules and your measures. Understand? Now the internet represents an insecure channel. Yes, internet it is the insecure channel, for exchanging information leading to high risk intrusion or fraud such as phishing. Yes, of course this will be happens. Phishing will be happens on the internet. Phishing means what? We can uh, take something to the others uh, place or others data, that is called phishing. Intrusion means to get inside to the others place or others data, that is called intrusion. So that will be happens by exchanging your information on the internet. That is very high risk. Understand? This session introduces you to internet security concept, how to secure online and network transaction, how to secure online while surfing on the internet, how you can secure yourself, your computer, your PC, or for doing online shopping, on that transaction, how you can secure your network transaction. Network transaction means what? The user's browser and the website, in between this, that transaction is known as a network transaction. That how we can secure this network transaction. Huh? So for that purpose, what we have to do? Though internet provides valuable information and internet, that we know that it may leave your computer unsecure due to many online threats. Internet, we are using internet for searching a lot of information. We can use the internet for our entertainment purpose. While doing such a kind of work on the internet, that on the internet, your computer may be very unsecured. Some threats will be coming or stored on your computer. For that purpose, what you have to do? You need to ensure that your usernames, passwords, credit card or online banking information secure, as they are prone to be tracked and used by unauthorized users. Means your username, password, credit card numbers, they must be secure. Otherwise, what happens? They will be track or prawn. Prawn means they can make the copy. Prawn means what? Prawn means they can make the copy of your password or emails or credit card numbers, and they can track your all information. Hmm? Understand? So you need to ensure about your user and password. Understand? Some websites can also install malware on the computer. Some website, what they are doing, they are installing a malware is nothing but some like a threat or the viruses they can program and they can install on your computer without knowing you, without your permission. They installed on your computer without users consent, thereby leaving the computer damaged or insecure. For what purpose they are installed? To damage your computer, to steal the information, your important information, to steal your user name and password, to steal your credit card numbers. So they can install such a malwares, and that malwares can collect all your information and send it to that website, or that person, unauthorized person. Understand? Online threats such as phishing, email spoofing, chat spoofing, etc. can increase the chances of users getting compromised. What their online threats are doing? They are phishing, email spoofing. Phishing, spoofing means what? They can take your information, huh? While you are sending your emails, huh? And they can compromise, with your computer or your transaction. Understand? They can introduce yourself as a they are the known information to you. Understand? Now next, see, you can reduce the risk by using a best practices such as using antivirus software. You can reduce the risk by using a best practices such as antivirus software. How can you can protect your computer? How you can do the best practices against this malware, against this online security? You can use antivirus softwares, anti-spyware softwares, again firewalls, strong passwords. This security you can apply on your online security. Understand? In addition to spread awareness of the best practices, means this awareness you can make in your friend circle to secure your computer while doing the online transaction. Understand? So which are the best practices for security? That there are, I think, 13 best practices that you have to follow, and you make the practice of that security. So by this way you can secure your browser, you can secure your transaction on internet. So the first is what? Use strong password. Use a strong password. How you can use the strong password? See, a combination of alphanumeric and special characters could be used for creating a password. Alphanumeric means alphabets and numbers, and some characters just like hash, star, then dollar, percentage, at the rate. This kind of characters you can utilize with your password. That is not easy to crack and guess by other users. In this way you can make your strong password. Do not keep the password such as favorite color. For making the password, you do not utilize your favorite color, friends, relatives name, bike number, mobile number, either or single combination. Means this kind of numbers or names you cannot utilize by constructing your own password. Understand? These passwords are easily guessed if users know you personally. If some users are know you. They can easily crack your password. So don't use such a kind of such a combination of passwords. Change your password frequently, at least 2 or 3 weeks, so that your account information remains secure. Huh? Uh, Randomly, after 2 or 3 weeks, you can change your password. Means your information will be remains secure. Using a strong password can lower the risk of security breach. Huh? By using a strong password, what happens? The security risk will be lower. Effectiveness of password depends on security mechanism of the software users involved generating a strong password. You need to generate your strong password. Most websites check password effectiveness when a user attempts to register for the first time and when they change a password. While you are constructing your password, some websites they are checking whether you are constructing your password strong enough or not. They can check and they can provide you the information. If you are constructing your password very small, they can show you a weak password message. A weak password message. If you are constructing a good password, they can say fair. Huh? If you are making your constructing your password good enough, they can say weak. If you are constructing your password very strong, they can show the message your password is strong. Means this password is secure and that password is not break by unauthorized user. Understand? So we are using some general guidelines for managing a strong password. How we can manage or construct the strong password? There are the guidelines. See, first, keep the length of this password at least 12 to 14 characters if permitted. If some websites are permitting 12 to 14 characters, so you use the length 12 to 14 characters total. Avoid keeping a password based on repetition, dictionary words, letters, numbers or sequence, usernames, relatives or pet names. Means do not use the repetitive characters, repetitive words, dictionary words, letters, number sequence, mobile number, or your relative name or your pet name. Such a kind of name you cannot choose while constructing your password. Understand? Including the numbers and symbols in password if allowed. If that website is offers you alphanumeric or characters, they can you can utilize the numbers and symbols for your password. Use capital and lowercase letters. Means they can vary. If you are using a capital or lower letters, means it is very difficult to crack this password. Avoid using the same password for multiple sites or purpose. Means if you have 2 or 3 accounts in Gmail, in Yahoo, on Flipkart, on IRCTC, so don't use the same password. Use the different password for the different websites. Understand? These are the general guidelines for making the strong password. Understand? That you have to follow. Now see, avoid using something that the public and workmates know you strong like a dislike. Use random password generates if possible. Randomly you have to exchange or change your password randomly after 2 or 3 weeks. Understand? Example. This is the example for constructing the strong password. See how they can utilize the strong password. See, this is very strong password, and that this password is not easily cracked by unauthorized users. So in this way, we have to construct the password. Understand? Also, what you can do, you may also use the website such as strongpasswordgenerator.com. This website can provide you or generate the strong password. Means this website can help you to generate your strong password. Now, how you can do this? Open the web browser, type the strong password generator.com in the address bar and press enter. Then click generate the password and notice the password displayed under your new password. Means this website can provide you how to generate a strong password. They can provide the solution to you, or they can construct the strong password for your purpose. Understand? Now second, it is backup your data. What you have to do? Backup your data. Always keep copies of personal data in additional media such as compact disc, pen drives, etc. Compact disc means on the CD or in the pen drive you can take the multiple copies your data or your information. This could be helpful in situation when there is a loss of data. This could be helpful in situation when there is a loss of data, and keep the data away from the unauthorized users. And to keep your data from unauthorized users. If somebody is hacked your computer and they can steal all your information or erase all the information from your computer or PC, that time this pen drive or compact disk, that backup data will be available to you. Means that is safe, your data. Now use encryption software. Encryption software. Encryption means what? They can encrypt your data or information in a very strong way. Strong way means in the different language. Means that language could not understand by the other users or unauthorized users. That is called encryption. And the encryption softwares are available in the market. That encryption softwares can help or to protect your data from unauthorized users. If encryption software is not available within the operating system, use the third-party software. You can use third-party softwares. Now, keeping your username and password private. What you have to do? Keeping your username and password private. Never save your user and password on the computers that are used in a shared environment such as internet cafe. While you are surfing on the internet in the internet cafe, so that time never share your username or password, or never save on that computer. So that things you have to remember. Now, browsers may save your personal data on the local computer that can be used by another user using the same computer. Means while logging in on the browser or any website, that time that browsers ask you whether this username or password we can save or not. If you click on the save, that username and password will be saved on that particular PC or on that particular computer. And when you are in your absence, if somebody another user is coming and he is sat on that PC and he is open that PC, that user can utilize your user name and password, and he or she will be steal your all the information. Understand? So keeping your username and password private. Registering with websites. Read the privacy statement or policies whenever you register with the website. The statement or policy will include the information about how the website use personal data. Means if sometimes you are searching the information on the internet, that time some websites they can offer you to register yourself on that website. For that purpose, while registering on that website, unknown website, you have to read their policies, their statements. So before accepting their policies, you have to read all the statement and then you can register on that website. So keep registering. Do not register on the website directly. First, you have to read their statement and policies. Do not share personal information. Do not share personal information. Website requires you to fill out forms containing a fields such as name, gender, age, email, address, school, etc. Do not share your personal information. Means when you are registering on the website or services, you require to fill out your form or your information. That time name, gender, age, email, addresses, or school, that you have to submit. While registering on the website, do not share your personal information to the unknown websites. Be cautious while filling out such forms. Research and verify if it's trustable website. Hmm? Do not share your personal information on the unknown website. First, you trust or check whether that website is trustful or not. If that website is trustful, then and then you will be share your personal information. Otherwise, you do not share your personal information. Understand? Your email addresses could be used by unauthorized users to send you a fake or unwanted emails. Sometimes you will get the unwanted emails or fake emails. So think twice or thrice before providing the information to any website. Decide if it is really necessary. If that email is really necessary or known, then you can reply to that email. Otherwise, you don't reply to that email. That may be a possibility of phishing. That may be the possibility of phishing. Understand? Secure transactions. If you are using online shopping transaction, websites even store your credit card or online banking personal information such as credit card numbers and account details. While using a shopping on the online transaction, website even store credit card. You use the credit card or debit card while online shopping. So that time you have to secure your password. This information can be tracked and used by unauthorized users, often known as hackers, and misuse the information. Some hackers, what they are using, they are crack your information, debit card information, credit card information, and they can store all your money from your bank account. So try to secure your transaction. Again, ensure the website is legitimate and user secure practices for performing and maintaining online transaction. If that website is known to you, then you can use that website. Whether that website is legitimate, it is concerned by the government, then and then you can utilize that website. Otherwise, you don't use that website for your secure transaction. Since the information such as credit card details, personal information is sent over the network, it is always recommended to use only secure websites such as for such a transaction. Always use secured website that is governed by the government. Understand? That website you have to utilize for your online transaction. Verify if the website uses secure transaction. Usually it is indicated through a digital certificate represented as a golden lock in the web browser's address bar. Some website provides the digital certificate represented as a golden lock. That golden lock means that website is a secured website. That golden lock is itself represent that website is a secured website for your transaction. So this you have to check for the secure transaction. Now next is use antivirus and anti-spyware softwares. Antivirus and anti-spyware softwares. Computers are prone to attack from software known as malwares and could harm your computer. Sometimes what happens, your computers will be attacked by malwares and they can harm your computers. So malware track browsing behavior, transmit personal data from your computer, and programs such as keyloggers could be installed on your computer and track your transmission URI key that is pressed on the keyboard stroke to unauthorized users. What these malwares are doing? These malwares are install the programs, and that programs is called as a keyloggers. These malwares, these are the malwares. Malwares means is nothing but the virus. That program, what they are doing, they install the keyloggers on your computer, and what that keyloggers are doing, that keyloggers can transmit each and every key is pressed by you. Each and every key is pressed by you. That all key or keystroke is accept and transmit to the unauthorized user. And that unauthorized users, what they are doing, they are monitoring your computer. They can capturing your information. They can delete or erase all your data from your computers. So use the antivirus or anti-spyware softwares. They can resist any unwanted malwares to entering your computer. Understand? Any changes by malware software. Now keep your antivirus or anti-spyware software always up to date. Means your antivirus and anti-spyware softwares you have to update regularly on the internet. If you are updating your softwares, means your computer will be safe. This can help you to protect your computer from recent threats. Understand? Now, next is do not immediately respond to mails from unknown users. If some mails are coming on your inbox, unknown emails, so immediately do not respond to that emails. It may be a fake mail trying to gather personal information such as your bank account details, home addresses, etc. So some mails could promise you jobs, announce lottery results, which in turn could compromise the users. What happens? Some fake emails will be coming in your inbox. They are offering you some lottery tickets. They are offering some promises. They are offering some job vacancies. So when you are clicking on that mail, what happens? You redirect on the unauthorized person, and they can steal all your information from your computer. And later they compromises you with their rules and regulations. And in some cases viruses script that all the dangers could be attack on the email. Never open the attachment from unknown secure. If some attachment is with that email, so do not open that attachment. Attachment means any file that can attach with that email, so do not open that file. So now next is clear the browser cookies frequently. Clear the browser cookies. When we are surfing on the internet, we are using the browsers Yahoo, Google, Firefox, Google Chrome. We are using these browsers, and we are attempting a different website through these browsers. While attempting to the different websites, what happens? Their cookies are stored on our computer. That cookies we have to clear frequently, regularly. If we are not doing so, what happens? Some cookies will be stored in your computer, and unauthorized users, they are using that cookies and capture your all information. So clear all cookies frequently. Cookies are the programs that are created on your local computer when you visit websites, when you visit different websites. Huh? Though cookies are meant for storing a data based on your activity performed during your earlier visit, such as logon details, details of shopping carts, visiting web pages in website, different web pages you are visited on the different websites. So that logging information they can capture by using these cookies. They could also be tracked by unauthorized users and possibly gain access to your personal information. They can gain your personal information by using these cookies. Keep the operating system and software application up to date. Your operating system you can update regularly. So what happens? Though operating system and applications are designed, tested and distributed, sometimes they may be have secured holes through which hackers can take advantages. So what happens if you have the old operating system, and there are newer version of malware and threats are coming in the market? What they are easily crack your older operating system. So regularly keep update your operating system. They make a track, gather information, or even damage the whole computer in general. Most vendors notify the users whenever security hole is identified and update available address at the particular issue. You can also visit the repetitive vendors websites to check if there is any update available. Download. Keep your operating system software application up to date. Means you have to update your operating system regularly. If you are updating regularly, what happens? The newer malware or threats, they are easily opposed or protected by your updated operating system. So clear your browser cookies frequently, update your operating system application software regularly. Yeah, that you have to do. Now install firewalls. Firewalls. What the firewalls? Firewalls could be software, could be a software or hardware, can assist in keeping the computer and network secure. The firewalls are available in the computer. They can be a software, they can be a hardware. What they can do, they can assist keeping a computer network secure. Your computer network they can make secure. Firewalls analyze the network traffic and determines if the traffic should be allowed or not. Huh? Means this firewall can make that or understand or analyze all the traffic. Means traffic means what? The data you can share on the internet, and the data is coming from the internet to the on your computer, that is called the traffic, and that can be maintained by this firewall. This firewall can maintain this online internet traffic. In most cases, operating systems such as Linux, Windows, and Mac include firewall software such as part of operating system, and this making the computer secure. Some operating systems just like Linux, Windows, and Mac, they can provide the firewall software as inbuilt in their program. So you can easily keep your system secure. In rare cases, you may need to configure your firewall for additional security. Sometimes if the firewall is not added, you have to add your firewall for your additional security. Never install software from unknown sources. If you want to install some softwares, that time you do not use unknown sources, unknown websites. You cannot take the pirated software or unknown softwares. Okay, so as they might not be trustworthy. If that site or that place or that website is not trustworthy, download only from well-known or reputed website. If the websites are reputed or well-known, then you can download. Otherwise, you do not download or install that software from unknown sources. Verify the source if it is legitimate. Verify the source if it is legitimate by searching the internet and referring the comments from the users before downloading them. If that website is legitimate or governed by the government, or whether the golden lock is available on that website, means that website is trusted or well known, then you can download. Understand the nature and the purpose of the software before attempting to download and install them. First you understand while downloading or installing that software. If it is trustworthy, then you can proceed to next step. Otherwise you can stop and delete that software which is downloaded. Understand? Now remove the unwanted or unknown software application. Remove unwanted or unknown software applications. This might have not installed without your knowledge when you have visited some website. When you have visited some website, this might have got installed without your knowledge when you have visited some website. See what happens. Sometimes you are surfing on the internet. That time, without knowing you, some programs are installed on your computer. So remove such a kind of programs or application. They are installed on your computer without knowing you, without your permission on the background. What happens? You have to remove such a unwanted softwares or such a unwanted programs. Unwanted softwares could get installed as they might have been bundled along with the necessary softwares. Sorry. Some programs such as toolbars get installed usually through the bundled softwares and programs to send the personal data without your consent. If such a programs or software is installed without knowing you, without your permission, what they are doing, they are making some notepad. They are making some programs and steal all your information and send to unauthorized users without your consent. So always remove unwanted or unknown software application. Those are they don't you know don't you utilize don't you usable. So remove such a unwanted softwares. Creating a data stored in browsers. Clearing a data stored in browsers. Now the next point is clearing data stored in browsers. Browsers, we know that. Google Chrome, Firefox, Opera, Mini, Yahoo, MSN, Messenger, Internet Explorer, all these are the browsers. So whatever we are searching on the in that web browsers, all that data we can clear. Web browsers have a built-in password management designed to store a password used in forms of websites. That web browsers have their program. They can store your personal password or username. So what we have to do? Browsers often prompt to save username and password when users attempt to log on website. If somebody log into any website, that times these browsers can save your username and password. So you have to frequently clear all the data which are search on that browsers, means that automatically clear your username and password from these browsers. And this facility is offered to users so that they can log on to their frequently used websites without having to type the username and password. However, it is not advisable to leave the web browsers store this data particularly on a public or shared computers. So you have to clear this personal data. To clear the personal data from web browsers such as Mozilla Firefox launch browser, by using Firefox, how you can clear your personal data? See, click on the tools menu, click option, click security tab. Following window will be clear appear you. This type of window appears in front of you. What you have to do? Notice that under password section, under the password section under the password section, remember password for sites is checked. This means the browser is configured to save password and websites automatically. If remember the password is saved, if this is check, if this is check, if this is check, then what you have to do? You have to uncheck it. If it is check, means that means your password is stored on the website, on the browser. So what you have to do? You have to uncheck it. Uncheck it. So it is automatically clear all the data which is stored in the website. This means the browser is configured to save the password for website automatically, and you can uncheck remember password for websites option if you prefer not to store a password. If you do not want to store your password on the to save on the web browsers, you have to uncheck this option. You have to uncheck this option. Understand? Mozilla Firefox can also store data such as cookies, visited website and web pages browsing. The same way on the Mozilla Firefox. What you have to do? To clear the store data, click General tab option. Click General tab here and click on the option. The following window will be appear in front of you. In this way, the window is coming in front of you. Click the Privacy tab. Here the Privacy tab. This is the Privacy tab. You have to click. The following window will be displayed under the History. This window will be displayed in front of you. Under the History, click the drop down list and Firefox will be clear. Remember history here. User select the custom setting for the history from the drop down list and following window will be displayed. And you can erase all the data or history. Firefox is configured to remember browsing download history such as from history cookies. If you do not wish to store the above mentioned data, select the never remember history from the drop down list. Means all the history which is which you have to surf on the internet earlier, that all the history will be erased from the Firefox. Understand? If you are in public environment such as cyber cafe, you may select the option clear all current history. On selecting this option, the following window will be displayed. Means the current history will be erase. Click clear now and click OK from the Firefox, and not remember any history. You have configured it that way. There are several online threats such as phishing, email spoofing, and chat spoofing, etc. You can reduce the risk of using a best practices such as using antivirus software, anti-spyware, firewall, strong password, in addition spreading awareness of the best practice. So in this way you can perform or reduce your risk while doing the online transaction by using antivirus software, anti-spyware software, firewalls and strong password. And this practice is very good for doing a online transaction. Understand? Now this is the exercise you have to do at your home. Thank you student, I hope you enjoy the last session of chapter second. Now this is the end of this chapter second. Thank you.